to turn to the person next to you, the person closest to you, give them a high five and say, you did it.
You did it.
Woo! You guys are doing it. All right. All right. So we're gonna turn to page 35 of our participant guide. And can somebody read the purpose statement for me?
We know that children rely on us as a source of support, but how do we describe the difficult work of understanding their needs and figuring out how to respond? Yes, exactly. Let's begin to build our shared language and lens around teacher sensitivity.
Someone willing to read the slide for me, please?
Teacher sensitivity encompasses the teacher's awareness of and responsitivity to children's academic and emotional needs. Sorry, that right there.
No, yeah, it was kind of, awareness of and responsivity to children's academic and emotional needs. What is that gonna look like? So on page 35 of your guide, go ahead and respond to the question there. I'll give you about 1 minute. And once you guys have that written down, turn to your neighbor, share what you guys have.
Yeah.
I said it has an impact on the relationship and
So the teacher is only like the
basic.
basic curriculum or basic like way of teaching or speaking, like you have to be able to do things, to work things out individually per child, to know exactly, right, to know exactly what. You can't teach, you can't necessarily, you won't always be able to teach one child the same way you're gonna teach another child.
That's
You
true.
have to make adjustments.
I feel like when the teacher's aware of what a child needs, a child will respond and grow and be better. Like, I like the fact that some schools do a swallowing program where the teachers follow the kid, but, they keep that same teacher. So, as a teacher reading the issues, you have to understand what kids read until probably first grade. Because that's when they realized she had a comprehension issue. So once we figured out, she had that same teacher though that was able to move with her and help her.
And knew her style.
Yes, and so by the time Essex made it to the 8th grade, Essex didn't have to take
Right, when these kids are outside.
she didn't have to take another standardized test because she had passed all her tests because they taught her how to comprehend because that teacher had been watching her and aware of her needs.
All right. How might a teacher's awareness of and responsiveness to children's academic and emotional needs affect children's development? Is anyone willing to share? Ms. Miller?
I was just telling her, a lot of people don't like what the school, when they have the swaddling program,
Okay.
and that's when, you have the same teacher throughout. So my daughter had the same.
Oh, the
teacher.
continuity.
Yeah, they call it the swaddling when we lived in Detroit.
Gotcha.
And, so in probably first grade, they noticed that she, had a comprehension issue. So I feel like if that teacher she hadn't had and hadn't been with her, she was aware and she had watched her and she was able to find their weaknesses and build on them. And so this was in the first grade. She had this teacher to the fourth grade. And I was telling Stephanie, by the time my daughter went to high school, she had completed all the tests to be able to graduate high school. Because they found her comprehension issue at an early age. And if that teacher wasn't aware, would she ever found out that she didn't understand what she was reading? Or she was just slacking, because people think you're just slacking in certain areas, not really realizing that comprehension is a big issue with a lot of children. And so I feel like that teacher was aware and she worked with my kid to be able to do something different and amazing in the future for herself.
So she was aware and responsive to the situation by just trying to do what she could
to help her overcome that. Yes. So I think so. To me personally, when you have teachers that are in tune to children and you're not there for the paycheck, then you can notice different things about the children. Because me right now, I feel like some of the teachers that's just now getting a BHS person for with some of these kids, you've been aware of these behaviors all school year. Why do you wait till the end of the school year to seek help? So that's something you should have been proactive starting then, even though glad you started now. But I think you got all this time and you're learning these kids. So I think as a teacher, you need to give you just a little time to each kid to be able to pay attention to those things. So, and if you don't, the little kids just fly under the rug and you never really figure out, and so they suffer in academics and in emotional areas because no one ever figures it out.
Right, and it looks different sometimes, we don't know why, maybe they waited that long, but you have a good point, definitely. Anyone else wanna share what they have? How might it affect children's development? So some of the benefits of being aware and responsive to all of that includes establishing a trust between the children and the teacher. We talk about those connections, how it starts from there, those positive interactions. And it can help children feel more comfortable taking risks. Okay, so on page, where are we at? I think it's the next page in your guide. Yep, page 36. So, on page 36, can somebody read the purpose statement for me, please?
Let's prepare to notice effective teacher-child interactions and real classroom videos by discussing examples of teacher sensitivity.
Thank you. Alright, so you'll see there's some questions on that page, same questions that are on the screen. Choose one of these questions. We have what do you do to stay aware of children's academic and emotional needs? How do you respond to children's needs? How do you go about resolving problems in the classroom? What kinds of things do you do to make children feel comfortable in the classroom? Again, you could kind of answer these from a teacher's perspective if you'd like, but go ahead and choose one. And I'll give you 2 minutes to write down your answer.
Give you about 1 more minute.
That one was easy when she was 2 and she doesn't stay the same. She's so bad at this.
I love all her dark teachers, she's so cool.
I was looking at her teacher, I was like, it's just dark.
She got a lot of dark teachers.
I like your glittery pen, passion.
Oh, thank you.
It's cute.
And right now, we're like, the darkest was good, but none of us have the darkest teacher.
But she got dark teachers too.
Yeah.
She does not of it.
Yeah. Oh, wow, it's pretty.
Alright, give me a thumbs up if you guys are good. You need more time? You alright? Okay. Alright. So, did anyone write down anything for the first question? What about the second question? How do you respond to children's needs?
I said, listen to like what they're saying and reflect back what I hear them say,
Mm-hmm.
cause like that's like huge.
Yeah, listen to what they're saying. Mm-hmm.
So they know that I heard them.
Mm-hmm. And then they know that they can talk to you, because they can tell you're listening to them, and that you're responding to them. And obviously, you know, you're responding to their needs. You know they have a need, because you're stopping and listening to them. Yeah. Anyone else wanna share which one they wrote down notes for?
I did the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I like getting down on their level, like, it makes it so not intimidating if I'm like
Yeah.
standing above them. I try to address them by name as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I remember them, but you always have the ones that you remember when you go to certain places. And then just using open-ended questions to like have continuous communication, just so they
Mm-hmm.
remain comfortable.
Right, feel comfortable just talking to you and know that you're listening. Yeah. Good. Alright, so there's some things we kind of touched on here. Some familiar things I heard too from last week. So you guys are really catching on there. So if you turn to page 8 on your dimensions guide, we see teacher sensitivity, right? So we've got our indicators and those behavioral markers. So some of the things you guys probably wrote down, some of the things we shared out loud with each other, align with teacher sensitivity. So again, we're gonna try to use that shared language when we talk about class. We have awareness, that's how you anticipate problems and notice when children are having trouble, maybe academically or just any kind of trouble, you know, you're aware. How you respond when children need help or attention is responsiveness. And then we have addresses problems. That's your ability to help resolve children's problem in a timely manner, right? So is this problem ongoing? Does the child keep coming back to you for the same thing? Or is the teacher able to just kind of help in an effective and timely manner, so it doesn't take too much time away from learning and things like that. And then we have student comfort. So that's the extent to which children see you as a source of support. So that's looking at what the kids are doing. How are they responding when you are aware, responsive, and addressing problems? Are they freely seeking support? Are they comfortable taking risks? We talk about being comfortable. And then do they seek support and guidance from you? So go ahead and keep your dimension guides open. That'll help you for the rest of the day. Again, it's gonna be kind of like how it was last week. We'll look at some written examples before we go into the videos. Any questions about teacher sensitivity? So awareness, we're gonna go into the indicators these next few slides here. So the first indicator is awareness. So this refers to when you anticipate problems that could arise and find ways of avoiding them. When do you think this is easy to do for teachers? Anticipating problems and then finding ways to avoid them.
When they do it for their active supervision,
They're always doing it.
so they always anticipate the problem that could arise.
I think
Maybe
it's true.
easiest, like maybe at like a circle time or something where they're
Or
all like.
When they're all together.
Yeah, when they're all grouped together as opposed
And
to like free choice center where like
Right.
everyone's.
Yeah,
in
they
their
can
own
see
space.
everyone visually.
Yeah.
I think when they know that child's like triggers.
Okay, yeah, when they know that child, know their cues and all of that. Yeah, that could be definitely easy, like, okay, I already know. Like, they're already kind of one step ahead, cause they know that child. When could it be difficult to anticipate problems and find ways to avoid them?
When you get a new student,
Yeah. Right, you don't really know what's, until you start, the day goes on every day, yeah.
They're in a new surrounding.
Yeah, cause that could lead the teacher to maybe just, of course, react, if things come up. So maybe not, they might be not sure to be what to be aware of. Yeah. Yeah, anything else? What else could be hard? Those are some good ones though. So awareness also refers to, notice when children are having difficulties or do not understand something. Some of the same kind of align with that one too, right? When it's easy or when it's hard. So we have another scenario, and we're gonna use our dimensions guide on page 8 for teacher sensitivity under the awareness indicator. So we're gonna look at some of these behavior markers. Some of those two we just kind of talked about, when it's easy, when it's hard, right? Who would like to read the scenario for us?
It's Roberto's birthday, and his mother arrives with cupcakes and ice cream for a surprise classroom celebration. The teacher sees that Michelle, who has diabetes and is not allowed to eat either of these foods, looks like she's about to cry. Fortunately, the teacher keeps sugar-free candy and other safe snacks in her cupboard, and she quickly gives Michelle a few treats so that she can join the fun.
Thank you. Alright, so take a minute, kind of look at those behavioral markers that anticipates problems and plans appropriately, and notices lack of understanding and where that would fit in this scenario. You could go ahead, call it. You said which one? Anticipates problems?
For fortunately, the teacher keeps that part.
She said after cry.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like about to cry. She knew.
She's seeing that she's about to cry. Okay, yeah, so she's anticipating
Well, she
that
knew-
there's a problem.
She knew it was
She
gonna
looks
be a problem,
right.
so she brought in cupcakes and ice cream, and she knows she can't have it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what would that be? For that.
Awareness. A little responsiveness in it too, because she went to get the snack before the kid would cry. So she was trying to catch her before the behavior came out.
Ding, 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 ding. You guys got it.
I had it backwards.
Oh, I thought you said notices